Everyone, welcome to another episode of My Favorite Product. Thanks for being here. And today we have Gopal Shenoy. Hey, Gopal.
Hi, John. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks so much for being here.
Same here. Thank you for asking me to join this.
Yeah, the,
It's
the good
awesome.
news
Yeah.
right off the bat is we're dressed the same, so I know this is going to be a good episode.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic. Funny story, Gopal. I didn't know you previous to an event. Was it maybe in the fall of last year? And you had done a session at this event called 25, what was it, 25 things I've learned in 25 years of product.
Yes. Yes.
I caught the very end of it, and maybe those last five of the 25 were just these unbelievable nuggets for anyone in product management. And luckily, we were able to meet after that, and hopefully, I can point people toward that
Yeah.
presentation.
Yes. I can send you the link. Yeah.
That'd be great. But before we get going, we'd love to hear more about you.
Yes. So, Gopal Shenoy, I'm VP of Product right now at a company called Wiser Solutions, WISER, and we allow both brands and retailers to get market intelligence, whether it's online or in store. So it could be things like price, it could be ratings and reviews, it could be availability status of the different products, it could be ratings and reviews on your products, it could be, hey, does my product have all the images and videos that I'd given the retailer? Have they displayed it? Because all of this has influence on a consumer's purchase decision. So, given the fact that things are changing a whole lot and most of it has gone online, this becomes more and more important for brands and also for retailers. So we allow both brands and retailers to get both online and also in-store intelligence. And we have more than 700 customers. And what I tell people is if I put the logos of this on a slide and show it to you, you'll probably say that these are the who's who of brands and retailers worldwide because you
You're
name
on.
it, yeah, so we have them as customers. So
Yeah, and it sounds like a fun place to do product.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
And in terms of my experience, I've been doing product for more than 25 years, both mostly B2B, but I've done enough of B2C as well. I've worked at Boston-based companies because that's where I'm based in. So companies such as SolidWorks, which I joined it as a startup, it became a market leader, still is a market leader for mechanical engineers and product designers to design physical products. Then I was at care.com, where I
yeah.
set up the international marketplace for families to find babysitters, nannies, pet sitters, housekeepers, and so on. Um, so now at Visa, I was also at Toast, based in the Boston area, which is the restaurant POS system, which has almost become a market leader now. So that has been my experience, and most of my products have been global in nature. And the B2B plus B2C and the global experience, I consider it to be my secret sauce.
Awesome. Well, let's jump right into it. Go ahead and tell them your favorite product and how you landed on this one.
I mean, there are many favorite products, but if I have to think about one that has really made a material difference in how um, my habits have changed, it's Apple Pay.
Um,
Yeah. Um, because the reason I'm saying that is because they were able to change a very entrenched consumer habit of how to pay for stuff, where across the world, people were used to opening up their wallet and either paying by cash or if you were doing it by credit cards, open the wallet, find the card. Previously, it used to be swipe, then it was insert, all painful, friction full experiences. And the fact that they were able to do that with such an easy way that it means the payment process has just become invisible. It means you just do and you leave. There's nothing for you to do other than just hold your phone, right? That's amazing to me.
so hard to, as you mentioned, to change something that the change management part of it, getting people to do something differently. I mean, I teach a little bit, and I've been teaching a case study around Amazon Go, which was the supermarket you could walk in, or maybe it's more of a convenience store. You can walk in, grab food, and just leave. And it sounds like it didn't really catch on because of that adoption curve they couldn't get over. But any thoughts on how Apple Pay was able to do that?
I think what they were able to do is they tapped into a big customer base, right? And when you're trying to ask consumers to make a change, and not only once, but adopt that new way of doing things have to be at least 100 times better. And the benefits just have to be so obvious
Yeah.
that it is so easy that you don't even think about opening your wallet and pulling up your card unless you're at Walmart, which doesn't do Apple Pay. It is so easy. Then, because if you think about what they have done, they have made it is so well integrated into the ecosystem. It's not just a single feature or a single product. The fact that I can double click Face ID and just means hold it, that's fine. Apple Watch integrated, I can just hold my watch against it. That is really, they thought through the user experience and walked backwards, saying, what is the least that we should ask the user to do? There's nothing. Just click everybody knows how to turn on their phone, double click, you know how to use Face ID. So they tapped into existing consumer behaviors as much as they know, at least their users, whoever uses the iPhone, right? They never talk about technology. They never talk about NFC and this and that because consumers don't even understand any of it. I remember when Tim Cook showed that. He just put that and said, that's it, right? Very hard to replicate and reproduce because we talk about things about learn fast, move fast, and not many people have the luxury of Apple in terms of how much money they have for investing in R&D and sticking to it until they get to a point where they're perfect in it.
Yeah, yeah, and I often say that the iPhone isn't a product as much as it is a platform. Sounds like they've really taken advantage of some of the capabilities, and as you said, the customer base obviously as well, the popularity of the iPhone and the iOS system. But yeah, good story there around platform too, I think. I don't know if you'd agree.
The fun part that I say is it's called a phone. Name the app that we use the least. It's the phone app.
It's probably the app I would delete if I could. I don't want anyone
Yeah,
calling me anymore.
call me, right? My kids never use the phone. They always text. So it's very interesting. It's called a phone, but nobody wants to use the phone app. And the phone app is just an app. So to your point about it has become a platform, it's very well proven. And the other thing about Apple Pay is oftentimes security comes at a cost of convenience. They never sacrifice. They proved that security and convenience, that there does not have to be a compromise on convenience. There's no performance impact because of the security. It's highly, highly secure, but did not take anything away from the consumer experience.
Sounds like convenience and security were two areas where there were going to be no trade-offs. So,
Yes,
am I hearing
yes,
that right? Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. And you're right. They have the luxury of they can put more dollars toward those if they need to.
yeah.
What did it take for you to adopt it? I mean, were you skeptical at first, or did you just sort of embrace it right away?
Um, I wouldn't call myself an early adopter of anything unless the benefits are absolutely clear and
Uh,
it just works. I don't even remember when I started using it, but it is very hard for me. As I told you, Walmart is one place where I'm forced to do it.
mm,
Nowadays, even at gas stations, I don't have to do it because all of them take it. Uh, Means I can pay by Apple Pay. I have forgotten my wallet, driven 20 miles from home, and like I went somewhere yesterday and I forgot my wallet. And I was like, I hope you guys take Apple Pay. And they say we do. because I said forgot my wallet. Whereas
Right.
when it has happened and they don't take Apple Pay, that is a horrible drive back.
Yeah. And that may turn into just not bringing your wallet if you don't need it, right?
Yeah.
So that's interesting how it might continue. Um, Curious now, is there anything that leaves you wanting more from Apple Pay? Is there anything they could be doing better, do you think?
See, Apple Pay, the consumer experience for payment is amazing. But if you look at the consumer experience of managing that app, it's hard because oftentimes this is a thing, double click, I'm in the thing, but that will not let me see the balance on my Apple Card. I have to remember that I have to go to the wallet app.
Oh,
Or if
interesting.
there is no seamless link to go from this double click, seeing the cards, saying open wallet app. I have to stop and think, what is that thing called again? Oh, it's the wallet. So now you have to go and search for the app because I have 100 apps on my phone. So search and then click, it opens, then I can see the balance. Yesterday, I was trying to change the default card that gets used by Apple Pay. I could not figure it out. I had to Google it and find out how to do it.
Oh, wow.
Once I found out it's very obvious, means all you do is you have to press it down and drag it and
Wow.
make it the first card. So when it said the first card, I put it at the top. That doesn't work. It literally is at the bottom because that's the first card in the stack, right?
Chronological, yeah.
Yeah. So that is not at all intuitive. And that is painful. I just don't know why they haven't done it because everybody has to pay the Apple Card end of the month. It's a very simple thing. Just allow me to seamlessly access the wallet app from the payment interface.
I feel like both are somewhat easy changes that aren't
Yeah,
edge cases. People are going to want to do those things, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder,
Or
maybe that's
maybe there is a
yeah.
way. I don't even know. Maybe there is a way. I don't even know.
The fact that you had to Google it, right, says something
Yeah,
about the intuitiveness.
yeah,
Surprising for a company like Apple too.
yeah. But they're known for that. They're very good at hardware. They're very good at their apps that they put out. But things like iTunes and stuff, I wouldn't say that the easiest apps I've used. So
Yeah,
still,
I agree.
Apple hasn't figured out the software aspect of it in terms of ease of use as much as they have done on the hardware side.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a separate show someday of embarrassing things we didn't know about our phones. Because mine would be that were actually seem easy after you learn them, but I think my kids had to tell me on text messages if I like drag to the left, I can, was it the timestamp maybe of when someone
Oh, I
sent
didn't
it?
know that. Oh,
I
really?
can't remember
Okay.
what it is, but they're like, how do you not know that? I'm looking it up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the timestamp of when someone sent a
Yeah. Yeah.
message. And I said, well, how would you know that unless someone taught you to drag it to the left? There's no visual cue.
Yeah.
That was me trying to be defensive around my stupidity, but uh,
No, it's
you
not
know,
stupidity. I mean, I would never say that that was stupidity on your part. But
uh,
the way I look at it is usability problems fall into three buckets. One is you absolutely, not problems, usability, you absolutely get it. That's not a problem. The problems fall into two buckets. You never get it even after people have told you because you cannot remember. It's not at all obvious. The second issue is you don't get it, but moment somebody points it out, then it just becomes so natural for you, right?
yep,
So depends on where that falls, and that'll change from an individual to another,
right, and feature to feature,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting classification. I like that. So the other question I like to ask folks on the show: how has it changed? You're a practicing product leader here. How does it change your thinking? How does Apple Pay change your thinking on conducting product management?
Means the key thing for me is just write down the workflow of how customers are doing it now and say, okay, how can I drastically change this so that they do not have to do any work and they just get to the same outcome much faster, secure, high rate of success, and so on. Because you can shrink everything down to the minimum, but if 4 out of 10 times it does the wrong thing, people will stop using it because they don't have patience, right? So it better be 9 times out of 10 it's right, or 99 times of 100 it is right. It just needs to have a high success rate, and it makes it so simple. So always take a look at what are the things people think, what is the job that they're trying to do, how are they doing it today? Are they quite happy with it? Because that'll also tell you about friction to change. But if you can blow them away to do this task, not something that they do once a month or once a year on an everyday thing, how can I blow them away by making it as simple as possible and extremely reliable, highly secure, highly performant, whatever those non-functional requirements would be.
Yeah,
And
I
I
like.
told you, security and convenience does not have to be orthogonal vectors. They can be parallel vectors on which you optimize for both. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of trade-offs around different quality dimensions, performance and scope or scalability, obviously security and privacy, all those things. Usability is a big one too. And I don't think enough companies really think that through. Or they try to go for everything and they end up getting nothing, right? Which is another
nothing.
problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it's good to know. And yeah, it's funny you say, do customers, are they struggling with the problem today? Because I almost accept it. I still use a credit card. I've never used Apple Pay, and I'll go into a store and not know, am I supposed to, swipe or insert the chip or tap? And I'm always putting it in the wrong way, and it's kind of a frustration that I've grown to live with. But maybe there's something to, hey, try to adopt. There's other solutions out there like Apple Pay. Maybe you've convinced me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, once you use it, if you have an iPhone, once you use it, it it will be very hard for you to say, I don't like this, and I'm going to go back to my old way. But
All right.
yeah,
I'm gonna
because
test that and let you know.
my wife, the other day she was telling me they don't take Apple Pay because of which did not have my wallet, or can I get your card because they don't take Apple Pay or something. I don't remember. I was like, wow, I didn't even know that you were just hooked on to Apple Pay. But once you experience it, especially the younger generation, when I was at Toast, one of my friend's son came and said, I like Toast because he's a customer at restaurants. He said, I like all of it, but the fact that I can't do Apple Pay or I can't pay at my table is horrible because younger generation don't want to talk to anybody. They don't want to wait for anyone. If they can just do it all by themselves, they're happy, and Apple Pay allows them to do that. But as long as the vendor allows them to do it.
Influence any of the decision making at Toast?
Yes, the Apple Pay was added afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's there everywhere now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
guessing it was always in
Yeah.
the plans, but just being able to think about that other demographic
Yeah.
helped push it along. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Gopal, there's a lot of learnings in the last few minutes here, so I really appreciate you sharing. Um, Curious if there's anything you wanted to plug or call out here on the
No,
show.
no. Yeah. I all I can say is I'm very lucky that I found my passion, and it's been product management, and that's what I've been doing for all these years, and that's all I will be doing until I retire. I don't want to do anything else.
A lot of obviously product folks watch the show, so they'll like to hear that.
Yeah.
And on behalf of the community, I'll say thank you for sharing not only
Yeah.
today, but we met at Boston Product Management Association's product camp. I guess it's product camp, not
Yeah. Yeah.
BPMA, but yeah, to share back with the community,
Um,
I think can help people. So it's great.
yeah. The only thing I say is I love to mentor people. If people are looking for help, whether it's they want me to review the resume or they may want to talk to me or whatever, I enjoy doing that. I would help. I'll be happy to help anyone looking for help. Just reach out to me. So
Oh, that's so kind. Well, we'll put your
yeah,
LinkedIn. I'm guessing that's the best way
yeah,
to find you, and we'll put that here in the show so folks can get to you. And that'll do it. So, Gopal, it was great to chat with you today. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, let's keep in touch.
thank you for asking me to join, John. Really
Oh,
appreciate it.
anytime.
Have a great day.
Anytime. You
Bye.
too. Bye.